Potato chip scraps. What are they, you ask? Let's find out.
Good afternoon. This video is all about potato chips, and I don't mean the kind that you eat. These are pieces that measure 2.5 by 4.5 and typically are scraps. Some people exchange them, some people just collect them. I came about this from following Brenda from Concrete Mount Scrapmore with Brenda on YouTube, and really got hooked on this whole idea. So these are some of the scraps that I have been able to acquire through the exchange. There are different blocks that are recommended to do it, but I decided to come up with something that was sort of on a plattish looking format. So I pulled out some of the reds and I thought, well, I could do it this way, but then if I don't get enough reds, it makes it really hard. And if I try to do it all by color, then I'm just going to be supplementing the whole thing, which is kind of defeats the whole purpose of an exchange. So what I thought I'd do is come up with something like this. So just by randomly putting squares down, and I thought, well, maybe I can start sort of like with a log cabin where you're supposed to start with a red block in the center. So I thought I'm going to try my hardest to do each block with a red center. So this is the first one, and then the next one we're going to have the seams going the opposite direction. So going back to the red board again, just pretend there's something in the center there. And the idea being you're not going to have a lot of seams that you have to worry about when you start joining them together. So what this is, we're just joining the scraps like this, so in pairs. And then from there, you just decide how you want to put them in your block. Each block will have 4 solid or same background fabrics that are 4.5 inches square, and then 2 blocks or 2 scraps sewn together in here, 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 and here. So let me go ahead and I will do some piece chaining, and then I'll show you what it looks like with a couple of these blocks put together. I'll be right back. Well, that didn't take long. All my string piecing is done. So I have a little pile here. I'm going to take them to the ironing board and press them all open. You can pick which direction you want the seams to go, because it really doesn't matter at this point. Just showing you a few. I was not picky about what got paired with what, because the scrappiness is what it's all about. The only thing I did do is I did try to keep the reds together because I am planning on using them in my centers. And these are the ones that are left over, so they're waiting for another mailing to show up. And once I get these all pressed, then I'll show you how to assemble the block. Okay, I have all the blocks or the strips pressed, and now I'm going to start laying it out. So you take a strip of 2 and put it in the center. Then I'm just going to place my corner fabric, which is a 4.5 inch square. These should measure 4.5 as well. It's up to you whether you square them up or not. I tend to go on the fly, so I'm not going to. Because we want our seams not to be nesting with each other, we're going to do them in the opposite. So these are horizontal, so these 2 will be vertical. I'm just trying to get some random ones here, and again these will be vertical. And then on this section, because of the seam going here, this will be vertical as well, and so will this. So as you see, we have vertical, 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 horizontal. Try saying that 10 times fast. Then we have our background fabric. You could make these scrappy as well, but I've decided not to do it that way. So this is what it looks like. So I'm going to sew those together, and then I'll do another block and I'll show you how they go. Okay, I've got the first section sewn together. So we will be nesting these seams here and here, and then these once they're sewn together. It makes it very easy to do though. So let me get that done and then I'll be right back. Okay, just showing you I got the first block done. I like how it turned out, and now I'm moving on to the second one. So as I said, by having these not going in the same direction, it makes it so much easier for matching all the seams together. So I'm just gonna go ahead, do a few more, and then I'll just join them together and show you what they might look like. Okay, so I have 4 blocks that I have put together, and I'm just laid these 4 down side by side so that you can get an idea of what they look like once they're sewn together. I think it's a very interesting scrappy way. It kind of gives the illusion of being a plaid. I will put together a couple pictures so you can see what it looks like if you had a full quilt. Each block is 12.5 inches, so they'll trim down to 12 inches. Very easy to do. I hope you take a stab at this and also check out Brenda's YouTube channel. She also has a Facebook group, and scrap exchanges are so much fun, so I encourage you to give it a try. In the meantime, sew with Debbie and have a great day. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Take care. Bye now.